It's time to start second game of my hardcore nuzlocke gauntlet. And this time I'm playing Pokemon Blue, and to switch things up I'm gonna change my starter pick and I'm gonna pick Squirtle as my starter for this game.
It is time for the first rival battle in Pokemon Blue on Route 22. He starts with his Pidgey, and I start with my Metapod. That is named the same way as Bye-Bye as the Butterfree that lasted all the way to become a champion in Pokemon Red. Now we have made his Pidgey a bit slower, so I think we're gonna send out our own Pidgey. Let's see how much Gust does. It does 8. So I can eat at least one more, hoping that he doesn't crit me. And let's Gust again. Pidgey goes down. Then it's his Bulbasaur. We keep on gusting. And we can eat that. Let's do some sand attacks. Maybe one more. And then I think we'll go for my Rattata. Oh. I forgot you had Leechy at this point. How much does it sap from me? 1, okay. I can take those. And you can double lead seed me. You're at -3 defense. Now I will start quick attacking you. Oh, so close. But next turn I will take your Bulbasaur out. Just like that. Good game, rival. And it's time for the first gym battle in Pokemon Blue. Brock with his Rock-type Pokemon. He starts with a Geodude, and I'm just gonna start with a Butterfree. You can defense curl as much as you like. It won't affect my confusions. And 3 hits, Geodude goes down. Then comes out his Onix. That is 2 levels higher than I am. Bite is not a good thing here. Do I have to sacrifice someone? Do I have to sacrifice someone? I don't want it to be a Butterfree if I have to. I really don't know what to do. And we lost our Butterfree against the Onix. That hurts. But Bubbles takes care of Onix. The loss of Butterfree really hurts. Really much.
Upon entering the Nugget Bridge, north from Cerulean City. I'm face to face against my rival once again. He starts the battle with his Pidgeotto, and I start the battle with my Pidgey. And he almost one-shots me. That's quite scary. I think I have to switch to Beth, my former Nidoran, that I have evolved into Nidoqueen. And I eat that gust very well. I might have to use Poison Stings, since that scratch did so little damage that I might need the chipping of the poison to defeat this bird. Let's just hope I hit these Poison Stings like that. Now I think I'll growl, so that if he can hit me, it won't hurt as much. Yeah, you can sand attack me all you want. Doesn't matter at this point. 6 damage. And I miss again. But you don't. You're hitting through your accuracy loss every single turn. How? How can you do that? Please miss. No. You hit. And I miss. I'm -4 on the accuracy front at the moment, so I think I have to switch out my Beth. And you sent out your Abra, which is a free switch. That means I can take out Clooney, the Zubat, because you can't attack, and I have a super effective move against you. Critical hit takes over 50% of your health, which is good. But we have to remember, this is just his second Pokemon. And I have basically lost all ability to use my Pidgey. And my Nidoqueen is also quite weak at the moment. So we have to be careful. Then you put out your Rattata. Let's try to confuse you. You almost one-shot me. You almost one-shot me. Maybe we go to Wartortle. And you hit through confusion. Please hit yourself. Please hit yourself. No, you do a critical hit on me. Well, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? No. This is hard. We go with the yeah. And you're not confused anymore. That did 19 damage. So with a critical hit, you knock me out. Which I don't really like. We have to go back to my best defender to tank those hits from Rattata. And you poison yourself. I think I can... But if you Hyper Fang, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. We switch back to Yay. And hope you tackle or quick attack. You critical hit tackle. Oh really? Oh really? And then is his Bulbasaur. Can I go? I think I can go to my PG. To do some sand attack shenanigans. And you leechied, and you leechied. Let's keep on sand attacking. How much do you sap from me? 2. Maybe 1 more. And hope you miss whatever you do. Yes. We have to switch out because of the leechied. And we go to our only full health Pokemon, Jerry the Rattata. And now we miss our Hyper Fang, and you hit through from -3 accuracy with your leechied. I mean, how lucky can you get? And I miss another Hyper Fang. 2 out of 3 I have missed. Let's try again. Critical hit. And I have beaten my rival, even though it was much harder than it should have been. Here in Cerulean City, we entered the gym to battle Water Specialist Misty. She starts with her Staryu, and I'm gonna start with my Jigglypuff. Yeah! And I'm trying to put her Staryu to sleep, like that, so I can enter Trap the Weeping Bowl. And let's use Growth. So now it's +1. He wakes up. It's +2. You tackle. Okay. Oh, come on. I'm at +3. Is that enough for Starmie? I'm not sure. Let's try to put you to sleep one more time. So I can get myself to Well, I'm not gonna get myself +4 because I fat fingered. Let's Wine Whip then. And yes, Starmie will be faster than me, so I'm gonna stop with the sleep powder shenanigans and just use Wine Whip against it. That was a good hit. I eat that. I Wine Whip. And we have won Misty. Here on board of the SSN, before I could meet the captain, I have to battle my rival. He starts with a Pidgeotto, and I start with a Pidgeotto. So it's a mirror match to begin this. He starts with Gust. I try to lower his accuracy with Sand Attack. And now I think I'm gonna just spam Quick Attack against it. Second critical hit. And here we go. My Pidgeotto was better. Then comes his Raticate. Yet again, we start with Sand Attack, lowering the accuracy of his Pokemon, and then we start Quick Attacking. I think a third Quick Attack will be enough. Yes, and it was a critical hit also, so of course it was enough. And this This is the hardest one. He's Kadabra. This time, unlike in Pokemon Red, I don't have a Gyarados to take on those hits. Thankfully, he used Disable, so I can just keep spamming Quick Attack and take the Kadabra down. Then it's time for his starter Ivysaur, and we begin with Sand Attack shenanigans. But you hit through them. Now you're at -3. Now you are at -3. So I think it is safe for me to switch. But who do I put in? I will use Clooney. -3 accuracy, and you still hit every single move. How? How do you do that? Well, let's use Leech Life, since it's super effective. But I'm still curious, how come you hit through all of those sand attacks every turn? Not this time, not this time. And I have beaten my rival once again. It is time for the Vermilion City Gym against Lieutenant Surge and his electric-type Pokemon. First up will be his Voltorb that doesn't know any electric-type moves, so I can safely use my Flying-type Clooney to battle him and gain some experience points. Sonic Boom will hurt, yes, but I can tank 2 of those. X-Speed at this point won't do any good for you since you were already faster than me, and you were 1 bite away from losing. Now, Pikachu does have electric-type moves, so I'm gonna send in my Nidoqueen, that is ground-type, and for that resists electric-type moves. 1 Body Slam, and Pikachu goes down. Then comes his ace, Raichu, who only knows electric-type attacking moves and Growl, so I'm basically immune to this Pokemon and free to just Body Slam it away just like that. I arrived in Lavender Town and decided to visit the Pokemon Tower. And guess who was there? My rival, and he wants to battle again. He starts with his Pidgeotto, and I'm gonna start with my Geodude named Gnome. We Rock Throw, almost one-shot him, and I think I'm gonna switch to using Tackle, which is more accurate than the Rock Throw. Maybe I should have kept Rock Throwing that bird. Oh well, 2 tackles and Pidgeotto goes down. He sends out his Gyarados, and I think I have to go Bubbles here. It knows Dragon Rage, which does always 40 damage. I really don't have any good answers for you. I think it's gonna redo the Dragon Rage, thinking it can take me down. No, it Hydro Pumps! What? Why? 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 Do I sacrifice? Yeah. Now, Who can defeat that Gyarados? Who can defeat that Gyarados? Let's try with Beth, even though those hydro pumps will hurt, since they are super effective against me. How much HP do you have? How much HP do you have? Do I get a knockout with Seismic Toss or not? Probably not, so I keep on body slamming and you hydro pump. And you hydro pump. Then comes out his Growlithe. I mean, I'm not in a good position here. I have to go back to Gnome. Let's dig. And hope for the best. Then comes out the Kadabra. That you wanna teleport with? Okay. I'm gonna dig, since your physical defense is nothing. And one dig is enough. But then you have your starter Ivysaur, for which I really don't have any answers that are alive anymore. Let's go to trap my own grass type. Yes, you can't poison me. Let's try to put you to sleep. Good. Then we go to Clooney. Let's see how much Leech Life does to you. Nearly half. Okay. And you're still asleep? I think I won this. Let's keep on Leech Lifing. You are still asleep. And here we go. We have beaten our rival through some difficulties. We are in Celadon City, and we are fighting Erika and her grass-type Pokemon. She starts with her Victory Bell, and I start with Trap. So this is a battle between two evolutions of Bellsprout. She has the fully evolved version, and I have the middle form. So we have put on Victreebel to sleep and start cutting, but it wakes up, which doesn't suit me, but we put it asleep again and keep on cutting. Since you just try to poison powder us, I'm okay with that. You wake up so easily. Why? Why would you wake up so easily? Well, doesn't matter. We won by spamming cut. Okay. Then comes out her Tangela. Let's use the same strategy. Sleep powder and cut. And see how much does it do. Not much, but I am faster. So I can do this quite safely. If Tangela wakes up, I'm just gonna use sleep powder again. And I can cut freely. And Tangela is asleep for the whole battle. we have taken down the Tangela. Then comes out her ace Vileplume, and I think I'm gonna try the same strategy again. We put her Pokemon to sleep, and I start cutting. I mean, I was really afraid of this battle, since I really don't have any good answers, I mean great answers to grass Pokemon, and many of my core members are weak to grass. Like Bubbles, the Wartortle, Beth the Nidoqueen, Gnome the Graveler, all of them are weak to grass. So it was always gonna be up to my Trap, the Weeping Bull, or Clune the Golbat, but Trap handles this gym all by himself. I raided the Team Rocket hideout in Celadon City and defeated all the grunts, and now I'm faced with their boss, Giovanni. He starts with an Onix, and I start with my Bubbles that I have taught Bubble Beam TM to. It's a one-shot. He sends out his Rhyhorn, and again, it's a one-shot. Then comes out his ace Kangaskhan. Let's see. It's not weak to water, so this won't be a one-shot. I mean, it looks like a 4-shot to me. Let's do a third one. And a fourth one. And here we go. Bubbles has defeated Giovanni. I've been running around Silph building, defeating Team Rocket grunts, and I meet my rival here, and we want to battle each other. He starts with his Pidgeot, and I start with Sparkles. You use Quick Attack to get some damage on me, okay. That's fine. I can use Thunderbolt and hope for the one-shot, just like that. Then you send out your Gyarados, that should be a free defeat for me. Yep. Thunderbolt takes care of Gyarados. And Sparkles gains a level. Then comes out his Growlite. Do I wanna switch in someone else at this point? Let's put some sand attacks in. Cause I lost one Pokemon against this rival in my playthrough in Pokemon Raid, so I have to be careful not to let it happen again. Now I think I can go to BBQ to be ready when his Alakazam comes out. So I'm gonna Amnesia a couple times just to get my special up, so I can tank those hits from Alakazam. And let's Body Slam that Growlite. It's a one-shot, as it should be. Then comes his Alakazam. That disables my Body Slam, okay. I can't hit this turn. Let's use Strength then. How much will that do? Like nothing, because of my two Amnesias. And Alakazam goes down. Then it's his starter Venusaur. And now that we can use Amnesia again, I think I'm gonna keep on using that move and hope for the paralyzes. That critical hit did much more than I would have hoped for, but we get the para so I can body slam again, and we have defeated my rival. It's time to battle against Giovanni for the second time, this time here in Silphco building. He starts with his Nidorino, and I start with my Jinx named Lola that I got via trade in Cerulean City. We start with Psychic, and we one-shot the Nidorino. Then comes out his Kangaskhan, and I won't be staying in, since I doubt I can take any of his hits. I think I'm gonna switch to Nightmare, since I'm not affected by any normal or fighting type attacks. Let's confuse that Kangaskhan, and let's start chipping away with Nightshade. 35 HP at a time. He can't hit me with Rage, he can't hit me with Comet Punch. And we can take down the Kangaskhan quite easily. Then it's time for his Rhyhorn, and we're gonna go Bubbles here for super effective damage. We're gonna Surf. And it's a one-shot. Then his last Pokemon is Nidoqueen, and I think we can keep Bubbles in. That did 27 damage, so we can take one more Body Slam. We don't need to. We have beaten Giovanni yet again. We are here in Fuchsia City to take on Koga. He starts with a Coughing, and I start with my ground type Pokemon, Tank the Rhydon. Let's just hope he doesn't poison me right away. Ha! Shouldn't have said that, since that's exactly what he did. Oh well. We Earthquake, and the first Coughing goes down. Oh, you send out your Muk as the second Pokemon. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting you to use Muk as your second Pokemon. But it doesn't change my strategy. I still keep on Earthquaking. This time I don't one-shot, which is a bit unfortunate. And use Sludge. I can take that. We Earthquake again. And Muk goes down. Then comes out his second Coughing, which should go down to one Earthquake. And it does, with a critical hit. But now comes the biggest problem, the self-destructing wheezing. We Earthquake. I don't expect this to one-shot. Hopefully at least half. Yes. Then we can Earthquake again, but let's hope it blows itself up. Let's just hope I can tank that with my tank. And I can. Tank the Rhydon, Rhyhorn, defeated the whole gym. We've made it to the end of Saffron City Gym, to face Sabrina and her psychic type Pokemon. She starts with her Kadabra, and I've decided to go with my Nightmare, hoping that I'm faster and land the Hypnosis. Yes, Kadabra fell asleep, as I had planned, so now I can put out the BBQ. My physical attacker. Next, we're gonna use the same strategy that I used in Pokemon Red and start using Amnesia to get my special up. And now that I am maxed up with +6 special, I start just body slamming away against her Pokemon. Yes, it's a one-shot against Kadabra, as it should be. Next up is her Mr. Mime, that sets up light screen, but that's okay since I'm not using any special moves, I'm just using physical moves. Mr. Mime goes down. Then comes out the Venomoth. I hope that it won't paralyze me with its Stun Spore, and decides to use Psybeam like that. Okay, Leech Life is not bad, not bad. I can take that. Then, her ace, Alakazam, starts with a Psy-Wave. I think we can tank that. If that were a critical hit, we would have lost our Snorlax, by the way. Then comes the Psybeam. We tank that. We Body Slam. And our BBQ has walled Sabrina completely.
It's time for gym number 7 and Blaine and his Fire-type Pokemon. He starts with a Growlithe, and I'm gonna start with my starter Bubbles. And what I'm hoping for is a sweep with one-hit knockouts, just like that. First one goes down, then comes his Ponyta, and I keep on surfing. I'm faster, which I like very much, and I one-shot with critical hit. All he has left is just Rapidash and Arcanine. Now I know Rapidash will be faster than me, but thankfully he used Tail Whip and missed, cause Stomp flinches could get really annoying. And that's a level up. Then all he has is his Ace Arcanine, and he hits me with 38, so critical would be 76. And I think I can tank one of those. And you heal. And a critical hit takes away his Arcanine. Let's go.
We have made it to the 8th gym, and we're gonna face Giovanni, the ground-type specialist. He starts with his Rhyhorn, and we begin with Bubbles. I'm hoping for a Surf Sweep, but let's be real, it might not happen since I'm only level 41. But we take down the Rhyhorn. We gain another level, which is good. And we can learn Skull Bash. Maybe I will use it instead of Mega Punch. Then comes out his Dugtrio, which digs. I do not dig that one. we can eat that. 38 damage, so we can take a critical hit if it should happen to come. Then comes out Nidoqueen. I have to save bubbles for the Raiden, so we're gonna go for Nightmare. Because Nightmare can take everything that Nidoqueen has against us. Only move that it can hit with is Poison Sting, and Nightmare has a poison typing, so it won't do much damage. Then we Nightshade, and Nidoqueen goes down. Same thing with Nidoking, it really doesn't have anything to hit me with, so let's try to keep it asleep and not waking up on the same turn. Good. So we can use Dream Eater. And yet again finish with Nightshade. Then comes out Raiden that has Fissure, which I'm really afraid of. Let's hope my Hypnosis hits, as it does. Which means we can once again use Dream Eater. And Raiden has really low special, so I was hoping it would do more damage than that. But let's keep on eating its dream. And like the Nido lines, we can finish it off with a Nightshade. And here we go, we have gotten our 8th gym badge. Let's go. We are heading towards Pokemon League and we face our rival on the way there. He starts with his Pidgeot, as he always does, and we begin with Sparkles. I'm gonna use Thunderbolt, because I'm hoping that I can one-shot it. That quick attack was a bit unfortunate, but I get a critical hit and Pidgeot goes down. He sends out his Rhyhorn, which means I can't stay in. We have to go Bubbles here. He misses and we can Surf. This should be a one-shot. And it is. Then comes out his Gyarados, which I think I'm gonna try to freeze using Ice Beam. Doesn't work. I'll try again, since that did only quite a little damage. Can I eat a Hydro Pump? I don't know. Let's hope I can. One more Ice Beam. And it's frozen solid. I mean, I got really lucky here. I wasn't expecting that. I think I'm gonna go for BBQ, since I can set up Amnesias to take on the Alakazam when it comes out. Since in Gen 1, when you're frozen until you're hit with a fire move, so we are safe to set up here. Then we can start using body slams. Gyarados goes down. We have beaten 3 of his Pokemon. Then we body slam. Critical hit on Growlithe. 2 more to go, and here is the big bad Alakazam that I was preparing for. He starts with a Reflect. Okay, my body slams won't hurt as much, and it will recover, making this battle a bit more longer, but if I just keep on body slamming, maybe I will paralyze it at some point. Now we will see if my setting up did any good, and it did. Alakazam only did 24 damage. We grew to a level 42, and we face his starter Venusaur at the end. Venusaur is paralyzed, so that means I'm gonna keep on using BBQ since I don't see any chances where Venusaur will knock me out. Unless he crits. But yet again we have beaten our rival. It's time to face the Elite Four, and we begin the fighting against Lorelei. She starts with a Dugong and we start with Sparkles. And as you can see, just like in Pokemon Red, I didn't want to grind my levels up, so I'm 10 levels lower than the Elite Four. And this didn't start well, because I didn't one-shot the Dugong, which would mean I won't be able to one-shot Lapras either. Then comes out the Cloyster, and we keep on using Thunderbolt. This one goes down. Then we have Slowbro, and it won't go down with one Thunderbolt, that's for sure. Unless we get a critical hit. That works. Then comes out her Jinx, and we Sand Attack. Then we will go for Nightmare. And let's use Nightshade. And another one. And a third one. I think this should do it. Or not. They heal. We keep on using Nightshade. Ah, man, this is annoying. One more time. But I think she used all her healing items to Jinx, so she won't be able to use them on Lapras. Which I'm happy. We Hypnosis. Let's see how much Dream Eater does. Not quite enough. So let's Confuse Ray. Then we Nightshade since it does 44 damage, which I believe is more than my Dream Eater did. Lapras is still asleep. Have I gotten its health low enough so that I can use Jolteon again? I don't know. Now it should be low enough that I can go back to Sparkles. And Thunderbolt my way to victory. Like that. We have defeated Lorelei. Second member of the Elite Four is Bruno. And we're gonna start with Bubbles, as he sends out his Onix. This one should be quite free. We use Surf. And Onix goes down. Then comes out his Hitmonchan that has all the elemental punches. I think I can eat one Thunder Punch, so we keep on surfing. We almost one-shot. Yes. That was an easy one to take. So Hitmonchan goes down, he sends out his Hitmonlee, and we're gonna use Nightmare, since Hitmonlee doesn't have anything that it can hit me with. Let's Confuse Ray. Then Hypnosis. Well, that did next to nothing. And you wake up on the same turn, okay. A fourth time is the charm? No. 3 out of 4 Hypnosis I have missed. Let's try again. Good, you didn't wake up on the same turn this time. Then let's use Dream Eater. And Hitmonlee goes down. Then comes out his Onix. I'm not gonna switch out since I don't wanna lose my advantage against Machamp. That is his last Pokemon. So we're gonna keep on using Nightmare against this Onix also. And Dream Eater is a one-shot. Then comes out his Machamp, and it has Fissure, so this might get ugly, since I can't hit these Hypnoses. 2 misses in a row. And then we use Dream Eater. Not a one-shot. But we can use it again. And Machamp goes down. And we have defeated Bruno quite easily. It is time for the third battle in Elite Four. And this time against Agatha. She starts with a Gengar, and we start with Lola. I'm slower than he. I mean, she's, but she tries to use Dream Eater while I'm awake, so that doesn't work well. She will probably use it again. So we're gonna go for Gnome here. I was hoping for a Lola sweep, but oh well. These confusion tactics are more than annoying. And as you can see, with my luck, I'm just hitting myself. Yes, 2 times in a row. Come on, snap out of it. Or at least don't hurt yourself. That shouldn't do much. Then we use Rock Slide again. I have to be careful with his Gengars and Haunter, since they know Nightshade, and they have quite high levels. Then yeah. There comes the Nightshade. I go down to 6 HP, but that's okay. I can Earthquake. And Gengar goes down. Then comes out the Haunter. And I think I will go to BBQ. And yet again you put me to sleep. Should I go Bubbles? I think I should. You confuse me. Maybe that was quite expected. We work through it and Surf. That doesn't do much. Yes, we can hit through the confusion for the second time. You just keep spamming on Confuse Ray, okay. That's fine for me. You're probably gonna heal. So let's see. You don't heal. Oh. That was unexpected. Oh well. You go down. Then comes out the Arbok. And I think I'm gonna go for Nightmare here. That paralysis sucks a lot. The fact that half of my team is under special effects is quite disturbing, to be honest. But at least Nightmare should take down the Arbok. And then comes out her second Gengar, which Nightshades me. And I can't take another one, and my Hypnosis misses, so I don't like the sound of that, and neither do I like that Toxic. Then we're gonna T-wave you to make you paralyzed. And do some sand attack shenanigans. But I can do them more than once, since you hit me with your attacks. Which means I have to go to bubbles here. This Gengar might be a big problem, since it hits the Nightshade through paralysis and through the sand attack. But Bubbles can take one more Nightshade, if necessary. I hope I don't have to eat any more of those hits, but you know, it is what it is. The fact that it hasn't been paralyzed even once is just something else. It was so close. It was so close. And a critical hit takes down the Gengar. Good game, guys. Good game. Here we go. Fourth and final member of the Kanto Elite Four, Lance the Dragon Master. He starts with Gyarados and we start with Sparkles. With Thunderbolt, since it's 4-time effective, we get a critical hit and a one-shot. Good job, Sparkles, good jobs. Then comes out his Dragonair. What will it do? That's the question. Will it Hyper Beam me? I'm hoping for Hyper Beam, since it won't affect Nightmare. Agility, okay. You become faster. Another agility. Even more fast. Okay. Come on, you don't wake up on the same turn. That has to be one of the most annoying things in this game. Waking up on the same turn as your enemy uses hypnosis. And the second time. Come on. Hit yourself. No, but you keep on spamming the agility. Okay. This time you don't wake up. That works for me. You're still asleep. We Nightshade. And Dragonair goes down. Then comes out his second Dragonair, and I think I'm gonna use the same tactic. We Hypnosis. Then we Dream Eat. We use Dream Eater again. And Dragonair goes down. Then comes out his Aerodactyl, which is faster than me. But that's not a problem since it doesn't know any moves that can hit my nightmare. You can keep on trying to use takedown, but it really doesn't matter. You can try use hyper beam, it doesn't matter. I'm hardwalling you right here, right now, with my nightmare. Hit yourself? No. You never hit yourself. That's quite a shame. And since in Gen 1 bite is normal type move, it doesn't hit me either. And I can just easily slide by. Then comes out his Dragonite. We confuse it. Okay, you become faster. Not a problem for me. You're asleep. We confuse you again. And then we try to use Dream Eater, but no, you wake up. Hit yourself. Good. We use Hypnosis. I know this is a boring strategy to fight, but my goal is to win these games and not lose my Pokemon while doing it. So of course I'm gonna use all the assets that have been given to me. Once more before I switch to Nightshade. And Dragonite goes down to my nightmare. It is time to face the champion of Kanto, my rival Red. And this time we have full team of 6. I used all my 11 rare candies that I found during my adventure to level up my Pokemon for this battle. He starts with his bird, like he does every time. And we start with Sparkles. Man, I wish that would have been enough. And I think I might sacrifice Gnome here. Since this is the last battle, I can do things that I wasn't able to do in prior fights because I wanted to reserve my Pokemon until the end. Because this is what happens. His Alakazam one-shots almost everything that I can throw at it. Since it's 11 levels higher than my Pokemon. Paralyze. Oh, and BBQ ate that Psychic. Oh yeah. Then it's his Rhydon, which means we're gonna go for Bubbles here. Man, that one hit knockout move, if that would have hit, we would have been in a big trouble. But now we can one-shot Sheriff Rhydon out of here. Then comes out his Gyarados, and I have to switch, and I'm gonna sacrifice BBQ for this one. I'm gonna sacrifice BBQ for the safe switching for Sparkles. Thank you for your services. Because now we can use the 4 times effective Thunderbolt against the Gyarados. Then comes out the Arcanine, which means I'm gonna go back to Bubbles. And use Surf. 2 misses on takedown, I can take that. Just 1 more Surf. And Arcanine will fall. Now all he has left is his Venusaur, and I have 4 Pokemon left. We're gonna go for Nightmare here. I can't stay in with Bubbles. That critical hit really hurt me. But thankfully, my Haunter knows Dream Eater, which means I can heal with attacking. And we Dream Eat again. And just like that, we have beaten Pokemon Blue and become the champion of the Kanto region yet again.